I've actually messaged Dimmer by accident and put him in a group chat with my mum once.
And then we look behind. We've lost one. Where is he? It was Guinea. We turn around and no shit, he would have been that big, a little blimp. He was about 2 k's away.
I see this car come back into a U-turn and a person runs out. It's Mark Keane. He's come out, quickly emptied the rubbish again on the road and took back. So.
Fellas, celebrations have long been a part of American sport, European sport. With the football, we see them sliding into the corners. They're starting to work their way more into the AFL scene. And I think your one, when you did it in round 11, Leggy, was possibly one of the weirder ones we've ever seen, but the explanation behind it was pretty cool. Talk us through that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't kick many goals. I've kicked 8 goals from 88 games, so I think 8's a pretty special number. But I hit it pretty well. Bit of movement, but yeah, I got a bit carried away, and the first thing I thought about was Lenny. And it's funny, when the ball's moving slowly in the air, time's slowed down for me because I don't kick many. So I had a fair bit of time to think, and he just started to walk, and he walks exactly like that. So we just took him to his first swim lesson this week. I think I might have to do the old swimming one for the next one.
Oh, there we go. Look at the side by side. You did it extremely well when you put him side by side.
Yeah, no, he's a menace now, and he's trying to open up every drawer and that. So, yeah, but blink, and before you know it, he's going to be doing my tax return in a month's time.
What about that one you did in the VFL? That one was pretty hilarious.
I think I remember this one. I think we got footage of this one in the VFL.
Yeah. Oh, great, yeah.
Looks okay. It looks great.
Explain this one for us, because I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, I was feeling a little bit zesty. Well, again, I don't kick many. I snuck forward as a half-back, and yeah, it was just, I don't know, I got a bit carried away. A lot of boys, I think, were more shocked, and when they were smiling, it gave me enough energy, and I was like, I don't know what happened, just something happened, and I just started roaming around, so.
Before we jump over to your celebration, just the call-up to even be there in that game. Talk us through that day, how that unfolded.
Yeah, well, I was in an emergency, so it was quite refreshing. I've been in emergency for maybe 5 or 6 games this year, and you sort of have to double up on meetings. You go to the AFL, you warm up and that, and not being named as an emergency was quite refreshing, knowing that I was going to play the next day. And so I thought, oh, this is perfect time. Of doing a fair few house renos, so I was like, oh, I need to go do some flooring, need to get some insulation into the ceiling. I'll go to Bunnings, and as I was there, I had all this underlay in my arms, and my phone's vibrating, and I've like kind of got my phone out. Craig McRae, I was like, oh, that's not good. He's probably seen me at Bunnings or something. I was like, oh, I better get to the car quickly. Got to the car, and it was quite windy, and I couldn't hear him actually. And he's just talking, and he goes, might need you to come in. We've had a hiccup, and I thought he just meant as an emergency. So I was like, yeah, I'll be there. Like, no stress. And then as I got into the car, it connected to my Bluetooth, and he started talking about, you're versatile, we can play you anywhere, all this and that. And I was like, wait, what's going on here? So then I hung up, and my partner looked at me, and she goes, well, we got to go to the game. And I go, yeah, but I think I'm sub by the sounds of it, because he's saying I'm versatile. He wouldn't say that unless I'm playing. So I thought, I'm just going to roll up and just roll the punches and just see how it goes. So, but then there was a hiccup with the paperwork. So an hour before the game, I might not have been playing. So it was just a matter of just get ready and fingers crossed.
That's unbelievable. I'll tell you what, it worked out for the better for you as well. Now, your celebration in one of the showdowns was, I think it's the best thing we've ever seen in a showdown. There's been game-winning goals, but nothing compares to this.
Yeah, pretty controversial at the time. Obviously, got a bit of slack back in Adelaide, but I thought it was quite funny. My girlfriend's family is all die-hard Port Adelaide supporters, and no one really sees that side. And I've got a few mates down there too, so yeah, it was no hard feelings at all. Probably copped it going to the groceries for the next couple of weeks, especially after losing that game. And this happened the following year, this year on my doorstep, getting ready for the game, and a bit of hate mail, a few lolly teeth. So
someone found out where you live and dropped that off.
Yeah. A lot of Port Adelaide fans near my house, so a few little kids rolling around. It was quite funny, actually.
What's it like? Because I don't think we really understand just how fierce, being a Melburnian, just how fierce this rivalry is in the Showdown. Walk us through just what that's like being involved in that as someone who's not originally from South Australia.
Yeah, it generally feels like a finals week. So I was a big Carlton fan growing up, so I didn't really understand the rivalry. I thought Collingwood and Carlton was a big deal, but moving over to Adelaide and seeing the passion between the two teams in the one state, it's like picking sides between your sons or your daughters. So it's a very hard time, but they're also the best games to be a part of.
Pretty cool because I feel like it's a bit like a turf war. I suppose when we play each other, Collingwood and Essendon, there's 6 other clubs in Melbourne, so you're always seeing different people around. But I feel like in Adelaide, it's Crows, Port. You see each other out. Yeah. It's whose turf is it?
That's exactly right. And it doesn't matter if Adelaide's 18th or Port's first. It's always going to be a good game no matter what.
Well, it's always the margins of these games have been absolutely unbelievable. You almost can't script it. Now, Leggy and Jye, you two played each other on Anzac Day. Talk us through the emotions here, because this is as close as you're going to get to that sort of showdown atmosphere here. It's such a storied rivalry. How was that?
It's pretty hard to explain, isn't it? When you watch them as a little kid, you never thought you'd be out there in the middle doing that. So you always pinch yourself each year. It doesn't really change. So yeah, you just got to soak it all in. It's such a great day, and we've had some good battles over the years. What we think of a couple of years ago when it was a draw. This year didn't go our way, but the last few, even the Jamie Elliott goal as well. So you've had the one wood on us. So
yeah. Do you guys feel the pressure with the high 80, 90,000 people normally there? Does it feel any different?
I feel like we play in front of some pretty big crowds.
Most
you sort of do get accustomed to it, but the one thing I love and the one thing that will always stay in my football experience is the minute of silence that you have, and it's not often you get 90,000 into a stadium, and then you can hear your teammates breathing,
and
and
babies
it's just
crying
eerie.
and stuff.
Yeah, and you can hear a pin drop, and then that initial roar is better than anything. So, and I think in 23 the Jets actually were perfectly timed, so they flew over and it roared. But the last few years they've been either early or late.
Yeah.
So
They've had a bit of a time off, haven't they?
Yeah.
What about, because you're a former soccer player, grew up playing soccer, the flick pass that you had, I believe it was round 12 against my beloved Swans. There was debate that you did this on accident or you did it on purpose. Wow. The more you slow this down, the more it looks on purpose, was it?
Oh, it was definitely on purpose. The execution of the bounce right up to Keezy at the end, I didn't plan that at all, but we play a lot of flush soccer on Mondays, and Keezy loves his soccer as well. He's always playing with a soccer ball, and I just remember seeing him in the back of my eye, and I kind of say I was a bit lazy. I didn't want to pick up the ball. I just stuck out the foot and
hit the triangle button.
Yeah, hit the triangle button, the through ball. That's what everyone was saying. And if you look back on it, they actually said Keezy was onside too, so there was no offside flag. Which is good.
Because I wouldn't have believed it that it was on purpose, but you have a big soccer background.
Yeah. I used to play a lot of soccer back in the day. Loved playing. Got to a stage where it was a choice between two. I think a few people growing up have the choice with soccer or basketball or cricket and those type of sports, but I was very fortunate enough to be with the Melbourne City youth squad at about 13, 14 years old, and I think it held me in good stead going to an AFL environment at 18.
Now, you're not the only former sporting champion as well. You've had your soccer career as well. Jye, 13-year-old boxing champion, which I'm not even sure is legal in most states, but talk us through this.
Yeah, so I did boxing. I think I started when I was about 10 or 11. I was playing basketball with Dyson.
Yeah.
And I was I threw the towel in. I just didn't think I needed it for future life. And I had a mate who was boxing down at a local gym, and I went and decided to join him. And yeah, it was sick. It was good fitness at the start, and then I ended up getting a bit better at it each time I went. And then ended up doing a bit of sparring, and then another fight, and then ended up having a few fights. And then we had a under 60 kilo fight in 2014, I reckon. If we talk about playing soccer and Anzac Day night, but I've never been more nervous in my life before that fight. The amount of stress, anxiety you have walking out to the ring as a young person who hasn't dealt with that before, it's pretty crazy. So yeah, I've done that for about 4 years.
Wow. See, I would have no pressure. I would never be nervous about fighting a 13-year-old. Now, I'm 30 years old, so it'd be a lot easier for me than it would be as a 13-year-old, but I can understand. Now, the off-seasons. It's no secret you guys earn a little bit of cash, so you can always have some enjoyable off-seasons. How do you spend yours, especially going overseas?
I usually try and go away as soon as possible. I went to Europe and the States last couple of years, the boys. We had a fair crew go to America last year. We toured around, went to Austin City Limits, New York, Miami. We ended up seeing, who did we see? Tennessee play against Alabama. That was a pretty cool game. And yeah, we went jet skiing in New York, which is a bit of a weird one. When you say New York, it's probably like...
Yeah, I must be broke because I did not even know that you could jet ski. Who did you go on that trip with?
I went with Guinea, Matt Guelphy, Archie Perkins and Tanner Bruin.
How was Guinea on the jet ski?
Mate, he was a shocker, man. I didn't know he was like it. It was... So, like, in, obviously, the big channel, and there's always boats coming through and all that. Like I said, I thought we'd just be plotting around. And then we took off, and, like, probably 5 minutes, full bang, like, jumping for ages. And then we, like, looked behind. We're like, we've lost one. Where is he? Like, it was Guinea. We turn around, and no shit, he would have been that big. A little blimp. He was about 2 Ks away. He was that
could have been right behind you, to be honest.
So we had to wait here, and we were all having a gag, but he hated every second of it. Like, we were on there for probably like an hour and a half, and he was just like over the waves. So I know next time he won't be going jet skiing.
So he's showtime on the field, but you put him on a jet ski in the Hudson River and he's not
no
all
good,
that.
nowhere to be seen.
No good, all good.
And he blisters on his hands and he was having a sore.
What about you, Josh? You went over to Europe?
Yeah, I was very fortunate enough to head to Italy and Greece with my girlfriend last year.
Hello, GQ.
All of those.
Yeah,
good flicks on them.
Yeah, Milan, trying to be a different person I am over there. And this one was probably the highlight of the trip. My mum's side of the family's from Greece, so my grandfather was born in a little town called Florina on the border of Macedonia and Greece, and got to head back there and check out where he was born and the schools he went up to. So it was only a couple of hundred people back there, and just to see the poverty back then and how fortunate we are now, and to see that the courage they had to go on a boat for a month and pick up their whole life and come over to Australia and start working at a very young age. He was only, I think, 8 or 9 years old at the time, and had to start working and send money over back to Greece to help his family before they moved over. So yeah, very privileged to be able to experience that, and was probably the highlight of my trip for sure.
Crazy, isn't it? The stories of like our grandparents versus what we have to go through. It's not all sunshine and rainbows though. Sometimes you can get stitched up, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later, along with phone roulette. We're taking one of your phones and I'm calling whoever I want.
Players is brought to you by Chemist Warehouse. Save more money every year on your prescriptions.
Fellas, sporting clubs, footy clubs especially, seem to be a hotbed for pranksters. And we've done our research, and from what we've been told, you guys have been done a couple of times. What did you get stitched up with?
Yeah, well, I was out camping on a bye break, and yeah, we obviously have to fill out our whereabouts as professional athletes. For drug testers, they can come and test us whenever, so they need to know where we are 24/7. So I've forgotten how to do it, and I called up a trusted member of our football club, Ivan Maric, and I thought he would direct me to the right people. This would have been my 2nd year or 3rd year, and he gave me a number, obviously, and I texted them, and I already left the campsite, and as I was driving, I get a message back, and they were like, "Hey mate, we need you back there. Assad is at your previous campsite that you're at." And I instantly thought, I've been on the road for 6 hours. I said, "Hey, can you message them to say I'm out kayaking? I need you to stall them for 6 hours." And I did the biggest U-turn and just started fanging it back. I would have been doing a ridiculous speed. And an hour later, I get a text message and he goes, "Hey mate, it's just Sean Grigg, all good. You should be all right. Enjoy your break." And I thought, oh my God, my heart just sank.
Oh God, that is a stitch up. Did Did you get angry at it, or did you just sort of let it slide, being a young fella?
No, I definitely let it slide. I found the funny side of it, and now I think that's snowballed into new draftees now. So every time we get a new draftee now, you change your name or you introduce yourself as someone else. I'm sure every club does it, but it's always good to get like Braden Maynard, Ned Long, and you say, welcome to the club, we'll tuck you under the wing, I'll teach you how to run through a brick wall. And then you just get real rogue ones like Lockie Sullivan, you say, like long walks on the beach and things like that. So,
And you wait for their reply too and to see oh, did he actually just say that?
It'd be terrible if you get one back saying, hey man, that means a lot, I've always looked up to you, you're one of my heroes. What about you? Because Mark Keane has featured a couple of times on this program in various different aspects. What did he do at your club?
Yeah, he's quite a character. So it would have been my first or second year, and I lived with Jake Soligo and Luke Nankervis, two of my roommates, and we had a rental, and all of a sudden, in a few days, we started getting these feet text messages on our phones of just random toes, and we were going, "What's this number?" And we couldn't call it, but they'd always prank call us, and there'd be grunting and all these weird noises in the background, and then all of a sudden they start texting, "I know where you live," and we got so scared, and we're like, "Oh my God, we're getting stalked!" Like, has to be Port Adelaide supporters. What's going on? Something we've stuffed up, right? And then one day again, our bins all our rubbish got tipped out all on the street. We found letters underneath our doormat, and we were ready to go to our club and report it and be like, "No, we've got a serious case of stalking going on." And then we caught them driving past one time. So Jake and Luke got in the car and I stayed, and I said, "I'm going to stay in case they come back." And when I looked upstairs and I was recording the whole time, I see this car come back and do a U-turn, and a person runs out. It's Mark Keane. He's come out, quickly emptied the rubbish again on the road and took back. So being Irish, he had an Irish number, and he was prank calling us on that the whole time. So thank God, because we were terrified for ages.
Oh man, that would be the photos of feet as well?
Just random toes, and they were disgusting too, which made it even worse.
Was it his own feet?
Yeah, it was his own toes.
Could have been something a lot worse.
I wonder how far he would have taken it if you didn't find him doing that. Okay, that's great stuff right there. We're going to jump into phone roulette right now. So you know how this works. I'm going to spin this beautiful wheel. You guys have been looked after with photos this week as well. Whoever it lands on, I'm going to grab your phone and I'm going to FaceTime someone, all right? Let's spin her up. Who's it going to land on? Here we go. Oh, Josh, here we go.
Got the password for you.
Do you just have any general Port Adelaide fans that I can call up in this one?
Cardia's grandfather, biggest my girlfriend.
Yeah, is a diehard Port fan.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's tempting to go right
or
there.
Her auntie's even more of a diehard. She's quite funny.
You know what? I feel like after a couple of things you've said on this show that you might be copping a bit already, so I don't want to risk it. Leggy, who's the worst person I could call for you?
The worst person? I've actually messaged Dimmer by accident and put him in a group chat with my mum once, but it was my partner. So my dad's name is Dimitri, but he's saved in my phone as Dimmer.
Oh no.
So when I got the contract at Collingwood, my partner put my mum and Dimmer, Damien Hardwick, into a group chat and showed an article of me signing with Collingwood and was like, "How good's this?" And mum got was put in a group chat. She goes, "What's all these numbers? This isn't your dad's number." And I go, "Oh no, there's only one other Dimmer in my phone."
Did you click straight away? Did you know?
Yeah, but then I messaged in to Dimmer and I was like, "Mate, look, welcome to a group chat with me, my mum and you." And he took it really well.
He would have thought that was a shot.
No way. Thank God my mum was in the chat.
That's brutal. Okay, let's go. You live with Jake Soligo, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, well, I'm going. We've had good luck with housemates on this one.
Yeah, go with him.
We're going to give Jake Soligo a call. Okay, we're calling him. You answer this one. What do you think he's doing right now?
Oh, Jake. Fancy seeing you in a car.
Yeah.
Where are you off to?
I'm off to see a couple of mates down in Mobile.
Who are you seeing, the Wiz?
Nah, not the Wiz. He's in Early Beach. A couple other mates.
Hey, Jake, a couple of people have told me that your nickname's the Bar Fridge. Are you able to tell us how you got that?
I've got too many nicknames at this point, mate. I've got Fridge, Bar Fridge, Pigeon. It's all going on. So I think it's because I've got a bit of a
Explain the pigeon
body.
one. What's the pigeon one?
We had captain's run on the MCG and Riley O'Brien saw a fat pigeon that wouldn't move when we were doing ground balls. So he's like, "Oh, Solly, fuck, that looks like you." So there you go.
So from then on, you've been affectionately known as Pigeon.
Pidge.
Pigeon or fridge, whatever you like.
What's the most common one?
Most common one, yeah, probably fridge, to be honest.
Fridge. He loves a fridge.
What's some dirt you can dish on Josh for us? What sort of housemate is he?
Some dirt. Well, you want it PG or you want it...
No, you're not on any televised program at the moment. Say whatever you want.
All right. Nah, I don't have much dirt on him, mate. He's pretty lovely guy.
That's touching.
That's nice. Very nice of you, actually.
Oh, God.
Jerry.
You know what? Just out of fear that a car's going to run up your behind, we're going to let you go right now, all right?
Yeah, mate, great idea.
Good to see you, Fridge.
There you guys.
There, fridge.
So we almost, it was almost about to be a much smaller fridge there if a car went up behind him there.
Yeah.
So Pigeon. He got nicknamed Pigeon because a fat pigeon was on the MCG, and Riley O'Brien, who I believe is studying to be a doctor, said, hey, it looks like you.
That's him. Yeah, so he's also got the body shape of a bit of a fridge. So we call him the square, the fridge. So that's how it kind of started. He's pretty built, but when the top comes off, he's generally like a big rectangle. So
nice little bar fridge, a few beers in there as well. OK, we're going to go to break. Total Recall is coming up next. You've all had some massive moments. Grand final win, huge, 5 goals on debut.
Players is brought to you by Wakey Wakey. Caffeine-powered energy anytime, anywhere. Liquid IV. Step up your hydration with Liquid IV. And INC. Power tomorrow today with INC. Shop now at Chemist Warehouse.
Hey guys, it's Lipinski here. I'm on my bye weekend at the moment. I'm in Byron Bay and going to start my day with a kick and a run with Tom Mitchell. Just in Bangalore, going to go get a coffee and have a little walk around.
Found this really cool record store and had to try out a few records before making a few purchases.
Made a little pit stop for some lunch by the river, so should be nice. Up here at the lighthouse, Byron Bay, views are lovely. At the beach now, gonna go have a dip.
As you can see, it was a bit chilly with the fleece, but toughed it out and had a great swim.
That's been my day, just watching the sunset now. Hope you've all enjoyed.
That's the most wholesome thing I've ever seen in my life, and that is all thanks to Wakey Wakey, caffeine-powered energy anytime, anywhere. You guys, you've had fantastic careers so far, so we're going to jump into Total Recall and relive some of your best moments. It's all thanks to INC Sports Nutrition, powering tomorrow, today. Now, Jye, we're going to start off with your one, because your first game was the snow game.
Correct.
Incredibly cold. Talk us through what that's like. Not only the nerves of debuting, but doing it in, I believe, -7 degrees.
Yep, it's a while ago now, 7 years ago. I've never actually been to the snow in my life, apart from playing in the snow. So, pretty weird one, but yeah, a bit of a different one. I was actually sitting in my little apartment up in Sydney, and I got a phone call because Jacob Hopper did his hamstring, so I was laid in. So I didn't have to really think about the game too much. I found out the night before, so I flew down to Canberra and toughed out the cold in a pretty bad loss that night.
Do you get used to it at some point through? Because Josh, well, you played on the weekend in, I believe it was 3 degrees as well. Do you get used to it as the game goes on, or is it just cold the whole time?
Oh, personally on the weekend, it was cold the whole entire time. I thought wearing a long sleeve, I'd be a bit warmer, but I still felt the cold for sure. My fingers were freezing. What
about your debut? 5 goals on debut. Probably couldn't ask for much more.
Yeah, I was quite fortunate. The only thing I would ask was for the win. We lost by a point in the dying seconds, but yeah, I think it was just one of those days where everything goes right. I was pretty lucky to get on the end of a few, and I think it was probably one of the most enjoyable times of my life. Running into that goal, I was just the things that you wish for to happen just happened that day.
So 5 fans got suspended for life.
For touching me. But no, I was very lucky to debut with my best mate Jake Soligo, and I think it was just great just to be a part of the Adelaide fans and to debut on Adelaide Oval too. Unbelievable, and you've been rolling ever since then as well. Leggy, winning a premiership 2023, the absolute peak of Australian sport. How was that?
Yeah, unbelievable. Like a dream come true. You obviously start playing footy for the big highs, and that's probably the biggest of highs. So yeah, it was. I was pretty thankful, and I just timed it really well, and yeah. yeah, it was just awesome. Really is.
What was with the little leg shake you gave at the end?
Oh, it was an inside joke between one of the coaches, Skip, and I, and it was called the little leggy dance, and Captain's Run. We used to do it all the time.
Nice. I love it. Now, I said that was one of the greatest moments in Australian sport.
Yeah.
But I also like to watch old school athletics highlights. It's just a niche hobby of mine. And I happen to be watching the 2001 World Championships of the pole vault. And a familiar name came across, Oleg Markov.
Yep.
Talk us through this one. Your old man.
Yeah, that's my old man. He's doing pole vault there, which is, I think, during the time it was heavily dominated by the Eastern Europeans. Sergei Bubka broke the record so many times, and he sort of was a shining light in a dark time in Eastern Europe. And there's Dad as quite the young, strapping, handsome man, and I've come out like a little twig. So I think Mum's got some explaining to do.
Did you ever want to go down the athletics path?
I tried high jump and long jump. I never so much pole vault, and Dad never pushed me. If anything, he just wanted me to do whatever I enjoyed doing. And his first question in football, because he doesn't know the rules, is, "Are you having fun?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am." And he's like, "Great, that's all I need to know."
That's probably the best way to do it. We're going to take a break. Clickbait Cauldron coming up as well. We're going to blind rank a whole bunch of topics, little things from your hometowns, maybe around the league, all that sort of stuff. Polydent Retainer and Mouthguard and Chemist Warehouse are giving you the chance to win a truly money can't buy experience. Win a chance for one of us to come and visit your footy club for a training session. Entering is simple. Visit the Chemist Warehouse competitions page, where you'll find the Polydent Retainer and Mouthguard win page, and enter your details plus information on how you traditionally clean your mouthguard. Now, here's a tip. Whatever you've been doing, you should try Polydent Mouthguard and Retainer Cleanser Tablets. It's a simple, easy way to help remove odours and stains. Terms and conditions apply. It's time for Clickbait Cauldron, all thanks to Polydent crystal clear technology for cleaning your mouthguards. Now, fellas, you may have noticed the giant blue board next to you. It's blind ranking time. So you've each got tiles next to you. You've got 5 tiles, and you've got to rank it through 1 to 5, not knowing what's coming next. And it's all little things from your life. So show them to the camera, explain it a little bit, and rank them. We're going to start off with you, Jye.
All right, first off the bat here. We got Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels, me and Dice actually played basketball back in my day.
You were better than him as a kid, from what we've been told. Is that true?
Better than him. No, I wasn't better than him. So it was pretty crazy, actually. Like, him and Kai, his brother, I'm a few years older than Dyson, but it was like under 14s back in the day. And he was probably like 10, and he was still dropping 30. Like, it was incredible. Like, you could just tell when he was younger he was going to be like such a good player. And look where he's now. He's beast promoting in an NBA. So
max contract. Where are you ranking him? Hand him over to Josh, and then he'll chuck him on the board for you.
Where do you want it?
Chuck it at 2.
2.
Well, that's
gone
smart.
high.
Yeah. That's smart, though.
I'm looking after him.
Yeah. You got to look after him. What do you got next?
Go
all 5.
All right. The Bendigo tram. This is a great landmark in Bendigo. And so I've been living in Bendigo for 16, 18 years, and I've actually never been on this. So that shows the significance of this tram. So they've got 5. Yeah.
So it's not just a rite of passage. I would assume this is what everyone was doing.
I think it goes for like a K or 2. Like,
May as well walk.
May as well walk. Yeah. Oh, okay, that's a good one, isn't it? Yeah, well done.
Who the hell put that in there? Stu?
Who did it?
Jesus, he's cameraman, man.
So, 7,000 days, it's not looking good. Especially after the weekend, we lost by 95 points. But there's always next week, and we still keep chipping away. We've got a few players out, but give our best effort each week, and we keep going.
How good is that going to feel when you guys, as a group, and you're part of that team that breaks the hoodoo and you win that first final?
Yeah, it'll be massive. It's obviously been a long time, but yeah, like I said, being part of that will be pretty special, and hopefully it's not too far away.
Don't think it is. I reckon you guys are approaching it.
I already know where that's going.
And you know what? Just out of respect, I'm going to switch them around.
I didn't expect that one. 2 left. Fake tan, okay. Well, I don't know if this one was coming. I think I know what that one is too. Fake tan. I've never used it.
All I'm going to say, fellas.
Never used it.
Yeah.
Never used it.
Let's just throw a little video of where this one came up as well.
Well, absolutely cocked it. The thing is, like, you try and be like a bit of a smart ass for the kids.
Yeah.
And they just give it back to you, and I was like, fuck. Oh,
no, you can say
fair
it.
play. Like, good on you. So, yeah, next time I'll give them a front good night.
The hard part is because you're from a German and Scottish parents, is that right? And you have got a beautiful tan year round. So you can see where the accusations come from.
And my parents are both pretty dark in saying that, but yeah, it's a bit weird. Like, I've actually got a story. It's well, I went to Queensland like when I was grade 6 or something, and I got that sunburnt. I went like purple, man. I went so dark, and I was adamant that like that kicked it off, like for some reason. I don't know why, but it definitely wasn't that.
Just never recovered.
Just never recovered.
Perfect. Where do you rank it?
I'll go 3. So I'm expecting a big one.
Love that. You want some Bondi Sands? You can go to Chemist Warehouse and grab it yourself.
Or hit me up. Oh, great, man. Lenny Hayes. So Lenny Hayes was my favourite footballer growing up. I used to go for St Kilda. Tried to play like him as well. I've modelled my game off an old
pretty well.
Lenny Hayes. It was pretty cool. He was my coach at GWS Giants when I first went there. I remember getting a text message from him the night of the draft, and it was, pretty cool. Like someone I've watched my whole life. Too bad he couldn't win a flag. He deserves it. He's a great man. He's worked so hard his whole career, and I wish him the best. So stick him up the top, the big fella.
Perfect. Lenny Hayes gets number 1, and he cops a drive-by for not winning a flag on the way through. Good, Josh.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that ranking.
That's actually worked out.
Especially, but you flipped the last two, but we won't.
You know what? The Dons are on a good track. Let's get that right out of there. Come on, that's out. You're up, Josh.
Yeah, I've got number 1 here. I've got SPC, so good old SPC from Shepparton. A lot of the canned fruits and goods go there. I'm going to say I've never been there, so I'm probably going to chuck that.
So what's SPC? What is it? What's SPC?
I couldn't actually tell you what it stands for. I actually
No, what do I do? What
it's like canned fruit and veg. Started in Shepparton, so it's obviously been there for 100 years.
We were told that anyone worth their salt from Shepparton would know exactly what it is.
Yeah, my dad's going to kill me for not knowing where it's from because we've got orchards back home, but I haven't been there, so I'm going to have to put that down the bottom, to be honest.
That is wild.
Chug it at 4, sorry, Shepparton people. Next, we got the Crows were robbed.
Before you rank it, let's just show the footage as well.
The Crows were robbed right in front of me. Right in front of me.
I love this meme. So that's going to have to be there after number 2, I reckon.
Has anyone seen this guy? Has he been around the club? Has anyone reached out to him?
Nah, but that's been all over my TikTok page forever, I reckon. So
I love that.
What
do you got next?
Next one, we've got the Golden Valley Suns. So I played there, my juniors, when I played soccer when I was young, about 12, 13 years old, and played in the National Premier League, so it kind of kick-started the soccer career.
Love it.
Probably put that up, maybe number 1, I reckon.
Ooh,
some good memories there.
Dangerous.
Went dangerous.
What position did you play?
I played in the midfield, centre mid. Actually, a fair bit of centre back as well, which is completely irrelevant to my football career. Yeah, it's a bit weird. Oh, Source Day. So, favourite day in the calendar year. We'll probably touch on this a bit later on with my show and tell. But yeah, that one, if I could swap it around, would probably have to be number 1, so I went early.
No swapping. I had to protect. I got one swap per show.
I got one swap, so...
The boys have gone rogue here.
Yeah, it went pretty rogue.
There we go.
So that's number 1, 100%. And the last one we've got pineapple lollies. So I don't know how you got this, but this is my number 1 lolly. I've always loved it. Not sure why, but a few fans.
It's a great lolly.
Have given me these at half time and after the games. So.
Hold on, you take them from fans?
No, I don't take them. They give me the bag of lollies. So they've given it me after the game. So. Chuck that number 5, which is a bit disappointing. Probably have that a bit higher up.
Perfect. There we go. I think Source Day number 1, Golden Valley Suns right there number 3. You've done pretty well there. Oleg, you're up.
All right, here we go. So I've got a nightlight. For those who actually don't know, I sleep with one. It's probably just a comforter. I can probably sleep without one now, but I use white noise because of the little ones. So there's other things that have replaced the nightlight. with white noise, but I think this has served me well. I'll go number 2.
So is it a fear of the dark?
I don't think it's a fear of the dark. I think it's, yeah, probably. Yeah, look, I'm owning up to it. I'm scared of the dark. The moustache evolution. Now, I've had a few bits and bobs of facial hair. I'm currently rocking a mini handlebar. This one was actually straightened. Oh, here we go. There's a photo of me as a strapping 18-year-old at state level in SA. And then there's me. I actually straightened the bottom of them. I wanted to plait them.
You're the straightener out and...
Straighten them, yeah. I got my partner straightened them, and I tried to plait them. But I came into one team meeting with them plaited and sat next to Craig, and I don't think he was too happy. So I got rid of it pretty soon after that.
It's not your only weird one though, because we found another one in the archives, which I think is the barber's just forgotten about one side of your head.
Yes.
When you go, what was going on there?
Well, actually, Josh will really like this, but there was a soccer player I used to love called El Shaarawy.
Oh, yeah.
From Milan.
Yeah,
and when he was at AC Milan, I fell in love with his haircut. It was like he was this Egyptian pharaoh, and he had this slit that went from the front all the way to the back. And anyway, I thought everyone's hair is the same, so I went to the hairdresser and said, "Hey, can you make me look like him?" She was like, "No." I was like, "Can you just please do it? I want to look cool at school." So as a 17-year-old, I rocked that for a whole year, and yeah, it was a repellent for everyone, friends, females. I became quite lonely, so
a whole year. Not once, a whole year.
Whole year, and I had like a little hair trimmer thing, and I used to just buzz the slit like every second day. I started getting regrowth.
So where did you rank it?
Oh gosh.
Where do you rank this one?
It is a bit of me, so maybe 3.
3,
yeah.
Smart.
Smack bang in the middle. Oh great, here we go. Vintage cars. Vintage cars meaning cheap cars that I've flipped. As a 16-year-old in Adelaide, you get your licence pretty early. And my first car was a BMW. Yeah, a bit of a head wobble. But it cost $600. And you do the old, you fix up the wind-up window, you get new tyres on it, or you just clean it up a bit. And I used to sell them for $1,000. As a 17-year-old, I ended up having 4 BMWs in 1 year, and I kept flipping them. And I went into Easy Reg, I think is it called Easy Reg when you register your car? And they said, "Mate, we can't have any more because you'll be classified as a dealership, so you need a license to have another car." So I wasn't allowed to get my last car, and I had to put it in my dad's name. But yeah, as a kid, I used to love the thought of sitting in a garage, tinkering around. I wasn't good at it, but I just looked it up and just trial and error. But vintage cars are more simpler than the new ones. So
there we go. Where do you rank that?
Oh, I lost a lot of money, so maybe 5. Eventually lost money on it. Second last one, shuba salad. So this is actually a traditional delicacy in Russia, Belarus, where I was born. The actual way we call it is selyotka pod shuba, which means a fish under a fur coat.
Ooh, yum.
But it is salty herring in a dessert. It's got shredded potatoes, shredded beetroot, mayonnaise on it, which gives it that pink look. So it's obviously got beetroot and mayonnaise on it. And it's served with a bit of dill, pretty yummy. We only eat it on a special occasion.
So just to confirm, there is fish, beetroot,
potato,
and potato. Is this something you guys do?
So it's dessert?
Dessert, yeah.
So do you have it as a dessert?
Dessert, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it's
maybe a Magnum, maybe. Yeah.
I think back at home you do what you can with what you've got, and when it's cold, the only thing you can grow is potato. So you make vodka with potato, and you make salad with potato, and you fish in the ice lakes. So Mum's gonna hate me if I don't put this at 1, but I'll be very flat if there's something to do with my son in here. So we'll go 1.
Who doesn't love a good fish dessert?
I hope it's not fish dessert. Fish dessert. Oh, okay, this is not, I like my list, no swaps. This is floristry. So I was a florist before football, and when I mean florist, I was more of a delivery man. But I worked within a flower shop, and it was the best because I smelt like roses all the time. I got to bring home flowers for Mum. Yeah, I stole a few flowers too. Some weren't delivered. And I think the best part about being a florist is the surprises that you can give certain partners, obviously not your own partners, but other people want you to deliver flowers to their front door, which was pretty cool. So that was definitely the highlight of of the job was making someone's day. So put that at 4.
You're just a wholesome guy. Oleg, just a wholesome guy there. There we go. You guys have done a fantastic job. This is probably the best I've seen that it's worked out for everyone. And all because of that, you're taking a fantastic prize back thanks to Temper and Chemist Warehouse.
Pain Away, mild joint and muscle pain relief. Wakey Wakey for energy anytime, anywhere. Plus, Nighty Night to improve sleep quality. Sports nutrition and protein from INC. Fragrances from Crew by Bondi Perfume. Rexona, non-stop protection. Liquid IV, great tasting electrolyte hydration. Plus, 2 magnificent pillows, thanks to our friends at Temper, the only mattress and pillow company recognized by NASA.
For recognised by NASA, we brought one down from the space station. Oleg, you're a camping man, so we're going to let you hold on to that. You guys are getting one as well. And coming up after the break, Prime Train is joining us for Footy Reels, who is I'm proclaiming him, the king of local footy. So hopefully he's going to be able to rank these ones pretty well.
Players is brought to you by Macca's New McWings. Peak chicken is upon us. Pain Away, mild joint and muscle pain relief. Power on with Pain Away. And Polydent. Refresh your mouthguard with Polydent. Shop now at Chemist Warehouse.
It's time for us to jump into Footy Reels, all thanks to Rexona, designed to work as hard as you do. Fellas, you guys are the top level experts, but at the lower level, we've got some absolute champions going around as well. But remiss of me to not welcome in the king of local footy, Prime Train, comes into set here. Welcome
gentlemen,
in.
how are we?
Relax, don't get too excited.
Great to be here.
Now, we're going to chat to you a little bit later about all the things that you do in fitness, local footy and everything, but you're going to have to join in these Footy Reel rankings as well, because no one has the crown more than you on the local footy circuit. Let's jump right into it here, because we've got one of the best speckies I've seen, and not just a good specky, but imagine taking a specky when your mates are on the back fence. Oh. Bang, you go all the way upstairs. So you're going to rank this 1 to 10.
How's the reaction?
It's all good taking a mark, but the boys going crazy on the back fence. What are we ranking that 1 out of 10? There we go, Giant. Show your whiteboards. 8.75. There's always one. There's always one that does. There we go. So there we go. Not bad, not bad. Let's get to another one now. 7.
It's hard. It's a bit low on that. hard judge.
That'd be mark of the year elsewhere if it was done in the AFL. You played in the Div 12 Resi's game last weekend, right? Which is known for its unbelievable skill and ability. Our main man, Sedgy. Have a look at this one. Now, we have the drone footage of this one. Surely a goal. Bangs it into the post. Sedgy right from the goal square. And look, he wasn't too happy about it on the way through as well. Now, imagine if Ginny had done that when he put the ball out the other week and almost missed it himself. That would have been unbelievable. We almost missed it. Let's have a look at that one. What do we give it?
I'm giving that a 4.
I'm giving it a 0.
I'm going 4.5.
A 1. 0.
Hold up. So you gave what could have been mark of the year a 7. And Sedgy bashes it into the post from right next to it and he gets a 4.
I don't mind it.
That's not too far.
Yeah,
You did it on purpose?
Could have done it on purpose.
You did it on purpose.
It's pretty hard to do it on purpose.
I hope so.
Now, Prime, you go around to all these different local footy clubs and you jump in when they need an extra player. Now, you've had plenty of good games, plenty of goals, plenty of disposals, but I think your best was the one when you recorded 81 disposals throughout the game. And it was also when your hair was at its absolute best. Have a look at this.
Yeah, the ball could have had a bell in it, I reckon. It was that good of a league that I was playing in, but yeah, it was good fun. I was just running around getting cheapies, to be honest.
Unbelievable. What do we rank that? And just before we rank it, you had 81 disposals. What was the result? Surely you won the game.
Yeah, no, we got done by about 140 points, so I was taking a lot of kick-outs. Maybe that's what inflated my stats. Can't remember the tackles, just disposals. That's all they recorded. I did kick a goal though, so I did get forward.
Yep. 81 and 1. There we go. That's 2 Brownlow votes according to the umpires sometimes.
Yeah, we got the 9.
Where do we go?
Yeah, that's a 10 from me.
10.
Is that a 5?
Yeah, just over half. You've got to get the result.
Looks like a fat pitch in Soligo.
Sorry.
Great job there. Okay, that's Footy Reels. I reckon we're going to give the win to Prime to Train there, and we're coming back with Show and Tell not too far away. Are you struggling through those night shifts, big work projects or last-minute exams? Well, Wakey Wakey supports concentration, focus and alertness so you can be ready for every challenge life throws at you. It's caffeine-powered energy containing 100 milligrams of caffeine and guarana. Time for show and tell. The boys have all brought something in that means a whole lot to them. We'll start with you, Jye. What did you bring us?
I'm actually wearing them. They're my Nike Witherspoon 97s. I got these back in 2018. I've always wanted these shoes. They're very hard to get, and once I got drafted, I just went bang and brought them. I only bring them out for special occasions, but yeah, it just shows all the hard work when you're younger, and I could afford them when I got drafted, so I went, yeah, whack.
Love it. Beautiful purchase.
Yeah, I've bought in a sauce bottle. So we make tomato sauce annually every year with all my cousins at my dad's farm. So this is, a couple of years ago I vlogged it. It's probably one of the best days in the calendar year. We all have a lot of fun. It's quite wholesome, and the best bit is trying the sauce at the end of the day and having a nice feed with the pasta and the schnitzels is probably the highlight.
How much bloody pasta are you guys making? You got
look, we go through a lot. So couple of nights a week we're having pasta, definitely.
Nice. What about you, Leggy?
I've got in this lunchbox something that we all have is a signed football. Not to eat, but it's actually signed by a Collingwood legend, Oleg Markov, right there. And you're wondering why have I got a signed football in my house? Well, this was actually the first game that Lenny attended, my youngest son, or my only son actually, eldest or youngest. So I was able to spot him out, and I handed him a footy that was signed by me and Joe Richards, who's now at Port. But yeah, essentially it was easy to spot him out because I was playing VFL that week, so there wasn't anything so that's Lenny's ball.
Well, Lenny's getting a lot of mentions, a lot of features in your life as well. Yeah. Absolutely love it. What a special kid. Prime, what did you bring?
Fantastic. Now, I've just brought some things from the footy shorts I've collected over the past 2 or 3 years. So I've just got a pretty much big basket of all this footy memorabilia, which is great. I've got stuff from New Zealand, stuff from New York, and stuff from London where I played footy last year. So went around the world, which was quite fun.
Now, they're not yours. You just steal them from the locker rooms of the players.
Yeah, absolutely. I try to give them to people, but I got a fair bit of it, which is pretty funny.
Nice. Now, let's talk a little bit about what you do, because I said before, the king of local footy, you're the king of social media as well. You got a lot of monikers. This was the Div 12 Rezzies game that you played. You were the biggest superstar in the game. How fun is this as well? You ran out there with your dad.
Yeah, ran out there with my dad. It's probably actually my greatest football memory was playing with my old man when I was 15 and he was 45, and Dad and I linked up here again, which was good. The Silver Fox, look at him, gee whiz, he moves good for 55, and linked up with me out there. But yeah, we played a few games of footy together, so it was good to run it back this year in 2025.
Now you go around, you do the online personal training, like footy-specific sort of stuff. You also do, general training. You do all this sort of stuff, but you go out to local footy clubs, you play the game, and you do clinics there. You just overall make a positive impact everywhere you go.
Yeah, absolutely. I try to get around the juniors as much as I can as well. Always run a junior clinic. They're always very receptive to what I do. Obviously, they live their lives on social media. I cop a fair bit of bit of stick from some of the boys as well on the sidelines after they had a few VBs and a few other things as well. They're always pretty happy to give it back, and it's great fun getting around the juniors and doing that sort of thing. So I really, really enjoy it.
Now, who's your hero? Who's your former AFL player? Who do you look up to?
I was always James Hird for me. Hirdy, number 5, long sleeves. Just loved him so much. But I'm a Dons fan, so stick that.
Well, you're lucky, because Hirdy might actually know who you are as well. Let's check this out.
Hey Thomas, or should I call you the Prime Train? Love what you do, mate. I love the way you're getting around local footy and really promoting it. I know there's plenty of people out there knocking you, but there's more people supporting you, and tell the knockers where to go. And it's great to see someone out in the football community promoting the game, helping people, and really loving what they're doing. Followed your career. Can't wait to see where you are next. Maybe you can get down to the Borough and support Port Melbourne next, but love it. Good luck for the future, and thanks for being a huge Bombers fan. Speak to you soon.
Oh man, that gives me chills. That's fabulous. Oh, that's crazy. I'm blushing.
That's cool.
That's beautiful. That's crazy.
If you take some of Jye's fake tan, we'll put all of that right there. Thank you, guys. You guys have been fantastic. This has been Players. We're going to be back next Monday with a whole lot more. How's Hirdy just telling him to stick it?
Right.
Stick it.